Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20, and welcome to episode 49 of Direwolf20's Let's Play of There's an Enemy ATM10. Last episode, we got some good stuff going on with our nuclear reactor setup. I think this is it, yes. And if we take a peek at this, we'll see real quickly if I turn on the reactor here. It's okay. It's not bad. It's doing okay, but water's not quite keeping up as needed, and the flow rate here just ain't super perfect. So I'm thinking I might wind up changing this out. Now, how's about my heated coolant? We're doing okay, but we're definitely net gaining on it. You know, so we're gonna have to see like what I want to do here. So let's scram this for a sec. I want to change it up, probably at least for the water transfer. Though I could try. Let's see. So on your side here, so if I were to put a bunch of these in here and a bunch of these in here, and then we just did that, and then give me some more of you, and maybe some more of you. That could be cool. And we're cruising. Is that cool? Yes. So on this face, we should have enough now to do that. So now if I turn you on, we definitely have a lot more water transferring. Are you actually keeping up? You are. That's cool. That was easier, right? All right, so now particles off, so we're not seeing particles on this network, which is probably, you know, for the best, because that would be a lot of particles. We can turn off particles here too, even though I'm not seeing any, but that's okay. So now we are transferring steam not fast enough. So if we came down here on the east face, gave you a couple more of these and a couple more of those. I overdid it on that, but I kind of don't care. Now, are we transferring steam fast enough? I would say yes. Is that cool? I'm on board with that. So you're getting 2 million FE per tick at this point, and you're keeping up with the coolant. You're keeping up fissile fuel. I don't know if we're producing enough, but we'll cross that bridge in a little bit. But everything else is cool. So that actually was thanks to being able to easily copy and paste cards and the node overclockers. I think that's a cool solution to our needs here. What do you guys think? So I think our plan for today will be to amp up you guys being produced. We're out of uranium again, so that might be why we're not producing enough fuel. I really need to like properly do this. So first off, again, this is a holdover, but let's see. Where'd you come up with? You had a lot of deep slate uranium, right? And then you guys can go away because I don't really need you no more. I might need that in a bit, but you can go away, as can you and you guys at the moment, and you, and that's feeling pretty good. Okay. So I'm going to put the yellowite away, and then I'm going to config this. I'm going to delete this guy, but then we're going to do a new item stack filter, which is going to be deep slate uranium ore, because apparently there isn't any not deep slate uranium ore. So that'll, you know, process that, and that'll be cool. Actually questioning why there's more deep slate uranium ore. I thought you got it all. Thought he was done. But maybe I'm wrong. He found a little bit more to snag. All right, so that works. Sweet. All right, so with that done, we should probably figure out a better way to produce uranium than we currently are. Because mystical agriculture, good, not super fast. And before you say just make more uranium seeds, I will probably wind up doing that at some point. But you know me, I don't like to expand things by just saying like, oh, I'm gonna make more of that if I can, because in my mind, and you can tell me what you think about this, YouTube audience. Watching me do something once is entertaining. Watching me do the same thing over and over and over again gets boring. So I feel like if like my solution is like, let's just make more uranium seeds, that might work, but it might also be boring. Now I will probably wind up having to make more uranium seeds anyway, but I'm just curious, like, what else can I do to get uranium? So like, let's just validate, right? So number one is, how about uranium ore, right? If I wanted to get that, lens of the miner, but it doesn't give me a way to filter, so I can't say just give me. But I would like to set this up because I think you can do some really cool stuff with lens of the miner, but we'll see. And then dimensional mine shaft. Okay, so deep slate uranium and nether uranium ore kind of all follow the same. Actually, deep slate uranium ore has no mining options. Okay, okay. Raw uranium. Aside from processing stuff, we could do the laser drill, and we can filter it. So that's an option, right? Whitelisted dimensions, the nether. So you have to build this in the nether if you want raw uranium. Good to know. And then radioactive comb blocks give you 4 raw uranium. That's what I was kind of after. So we could get like bees making it, which could be cool. That could be cool. So we would need a radioactive bee, which is an iron bee and a creep bee. All right. So I could do that route, or I could do this route, or I could just do this route, right? Those would basically be your options. Now, Uranium can convert 2 if we decide to, so I can convert Ul, but like processing it would be a pain. So I may not need to process it depending on how I'm getting it. Either way, doesn't matter. End result is the same. I don't think this is the route I'm going to take because I don't think this is meant to be like hundreds of items per second kind of production. This can be really fast. Any one of these 3 could be ramped up pretty quickly. The other ones I don't think could. So those are my 3 options for how to get more stuff. So let me think about it for a minute and we'll be right back. So as a quick side note, when we have enough uranium, we are definitely producing more than enough of this stuff. Now what I wouldn't mind doing is trying to ramp this up. So like, what if we went 300? How are we on water transfer then? You may not be transferring water fast enough back. Or heat coming out fast enough. So let's scram you real quick. And you should be filling back up with water, right? And your steam. So on this face, so I've got ideas. I think I'm gonna go with the more uranium essence for a minute, and then I'm gonna start working on a laser lens. That's probably my plan. But yeah, let's get this amped up because I want to make sure we can like really push this thing really far if we want. Is that cool? So now if I activate you, are you transferring steam fast enough? You are. Good. And then over here, let's say that you are not showing particles. Hooray! Okay, and then you're losing water, so scram. So basically what I'm going to want to do is on this face, we're going to copy. And on this face, we will paste. And then link. I assume that you would be working. Maybe. Might need another one. I mean, I tripled it, right? So at the most, I'll need another one. Okay. So on the west face here, you're going to do that, and you're going to be linked. And you're going to give me all them cards. And then we're probably going to need another bunch of you. And that should be cool. Cool. Keeping up. Maybe. Maybe not. Think I need another one? One way to find out. Okay, and then don't have enough overclockers, working on it. Cool. And then go. Net gaining? I think we're not gaining. Nice! Okay, cool. Cool. Not too shabby. And then in terms of you, are we producing? Yes, I think we are. As long as we stay above 698. Yeah, so as long as we have enough resources, we're net producing here. And that's 300 millibuckets per tick. That ain't terrible. That ain't terrible. Think we can push it to 5? I bet we can push it to 5. I bet we'll start losing water. Yeah. Yeah, we will. But you know what I'm going to do? Put more nodes down. Because that's the solution to everything. I love it. Okay, so you... And then... Right? And then I'm going to need another 100 of you. And I'm going to need another bunch of you. So I can make some of you. That'll be cool. That'll be cool. Okay. So on this face, you get that. And then over here, you get a bunch like that. Is that cool? I think that might be cool. Keeping up. Keeping up with coolant. How about fuel? 727. So assuming uranium is actually still coming in here, which is happening, right? All right, so I think we have a slight net loss happening at 500, right? So we're definitely going to need to think about more of this if we want to hit the 500 mark. For the sake of curiosity, if we go 400, I would like it at 500 because that's like a nice even half a bucket per tick. So I'd like to push us to be able to get to that point. I forget like the max I've ever done, right? But if we're here, how are we doing in net gain or loss? I think that's a net loss. The trick is to like watch the number that almost never changes. So see how it's flickering between 3 and 2? Like 7, 1, 2, and now it's flickering between 2 and 1. And now it's staying at 1 longer, and it's flickering between 1 and 0 in a second. That's a quick way to tell if you have a net loss or a net gain happening, right? If I go back to 300, it's going to be going up, I believe. See, now it's flickering between 0 and 1, and then it stays at 1 for a little bit, and it'll flicker between 1 and 2. Yeah. So that's cool. Okay. So that's... yeah, so at 300 we're stable in terms of uranium production, but we can go up as high as 500 and be coolant tank stable. So I'm cool with that. I'm definitely cool with that. The other thing we should do over here, by the way, I would like a logic. Dude that will also emit on critical waste level. Okay, and redstone that bad boy. And as of now, we should no longer be activating with the activate button. We should be activating with the button press. Cool. So if we want to turn it on, we do that. If we want to turn it off, we do that. If we're going to leave it running full time, which I'm not sure that we're at the point to do that yet, but maybe. Okay, cool. So we have tons of power production now. We really need to look at how we're going to keep uranium in stock. All right, how's this look? I think that looks cool. Yeah, 16 uranium seeds. Let's go put them on like the back half of this thing so that it's like different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And what's this random dude doing here? N seeds, huh? You can probably go up top. I don't think I need that many of you. So another partial reason I didn't want to go too crazy with the seeds is that I knew that like it would use up a significant chunk of this part of the farm because we only have like 4 and 5s, right? Each row. So, you know, not the end of the world, right? But yeah. So talking about uranium now, how are we holding up? Like actually pretty good. And the uranium essences turn into 2 ingots. So I don't know if that's going to even keep up with what we want to do, but it might. But that'll maybe hold us over until such time. Like, see what I mean by like just doing more seeds is not the answer here. Like, yeah, that's a lot of uranium. It ain't enough. By any stretch, is that not enough? Right? And you could say to me, well, make 64 seeds. Even if I made 64 seeds and sped them up in the growth accelerator the way I have it now, not going to be enough. Right? Because that would only quadruple what I'm currently getting. So, like, there's diminishing returns on like making more seeds. I think our solution would really be something that we can take accelerate even faster. Now there's a couple things we can do. Number one, we can look at like maybe what's that thing from foregoing? The bed. It's called a bed, right? The hydroponic bed. This thing can do like a really nice. I don't know why any of those look, but the hydroponic bed um, can grow seeds way faster, I think. But we'll have to feed it ether gas. But we can manage to make that happen, right? Speaking of how are we for stars? Still going strong over there. Still going strong over there. That's pretty awesome, by the way. I'm just putting it out there how awesome that is. Um, so yeah, that's the deal. So I think seeds is like we've reached the threshold of where more uranium seeds doesn't really do much. So I think our real only option here are you or you. Now these we can ramp up pretty quick, and the nice thing about it is that it will produce uranium or emeralds, and that's kind of it. So if we filter it correctly, and this doesn't look like it works in the nether, so hopefully we would only get raw uranium. I don't know. I don't remember how laser drill works. I think the old way is it like influenced. I don't know if the new way you're guaranteed 100% to get uranium, but we should get a lot at least. And if we put enough lasers on there, hopefully we'll get enough. And if not, we'll just have to like come up with another plan for uranium production. So like there is some stuff I could consider doing, and I might try this anyway. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, uranium ore. Like, what if we? Hello, random person in my base. Anything good for me? Nope. Get out of here. The other thing we could do would be that lens of the miner trick. That thing's kind of cool. That might be neat to do. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. So, like, if we did the actually reconstructor. What are you? Automatic precision dropper. Okay, cool. There's not like an upgraded version of this, is there? Not really. So if we did lens of the miner, and I've not really actually tried this before, so I don't know how it's gonna play out, but we're gonna do it live. And we put that on there, right? Redstone mode deactivation. Now here's a question. If I got a torch, right? And then we did a timer, which I'm assuming maybe clock. more red? Is there like a pulse dude that's like a consistent timer? Not really actually seeing anything. So how about you? I think you can pulse. Right? On the yellow face. And then we're going to want power dude. Okay, and then if we got stone, which we can totally get. Not entirely sure how this works, so we're figuring it out, right? So first off, that's not terrible. So it hits the block directly in front of it. Okay. That's cool. Okay. Now, can I make this run like super quick if I put a pulse on you, right? So for that, we would want timers. Uh, um, when seeing a rising edge input signal, any signal changes during the pulse is ignored. Input term, and then on delay ticks. So how about TOF? So yellow will equal TOF 2. What's like the 3 and 2 mean again? Input term will be greater than 0, and the off delay ticks will be 5. Is that cool? I guess that didn't work the way I thought it would. Let's try this one. TIV 5. I still don't know what the number after like the thing is. That's every 5 ticks. That's what I was looking for. Okay. And if we did 20, okay. Which, by the way, I could probably do something like this with my, disenchanter guy. That could be cool, right? Now, the other thing you can do is comma if enable set. So, comma B is greater than 0. I like this block. It is a little complicated, and it does require a little bit of like programmery logical type thinking, but it's pretty powerful. That comes down to like the whole like the more complex something is, the more cool things you can do with it. Pretty cool. Okay. So breaker. Okay. And then so breaker, breaker, and placer. Placer. Okay. And then I'm gonna borrow this guy for a minute. And we're going to say... And there's a reason that I'm doing this area of effect. That will become clear eventually. So you're going to need some more power. Right? So we're going to want ultimate cables. Okay. You're going to break this, but you're going to deny list stone. And you're going to run every tick. And you're going to run every tick. And you're going to place stone. How are we feeling about this? That might be too fast. Well, maybe it won't be. Let's find out. Might be too fast. But every 10 ticks could work. That's kind of fun. Right? Now, imagine, like, 64 of these. And this in an area of effect. And that in an area of effect. That could be a thing. That could be a cool thing. Now, I'm not promising, because I can't filter on uranium here. And I don't know how the lens of the miner works exactly. So I don't know if I don't think there's a way to influence it, right? To say, like, I want you to try to make more uranium than not. That would be cool if we could. Does Actually Additions have a book that's populated? I forget. Actually Additions. It does say work in progress still, and I think it is still pretty empty-ish, unfortunately. That's okay. I'll research this between episodes. I'm assuming that there's no way for me to filter it. And I also don't know, is it just like a flat, like, there's 20 ores, so you have a 1 in 20 chance of getting uranium? Or does it do, like, some way of calculating, like, the rarity of the ore and be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to give you way more iron than I do uranium? So, like, cool, but maybe not what I'm looking for, but also definitely cool. Like, I could see this being neat for, like, I want to generate all the ores kind of design. Not for, I need specifically uranium kind of design. So I think what we'll do is come back next episode and get into foregoing. We're going to need to get into foregoing anyway. Now's as good a time as any. So let's say it is now wrapping up point. So that was my sign off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time to have some fun with industrial foregoing. Probably get that thing up and running so that we can get the ore miner that we need to hopefully produce uranium to the degree that we would want it. And then we'll get back to mechanism, so we'll have to process that fuel, the wasted fuel, that is, and this stuff, nuclear waste. We have to process that and other things, obviously, to get stuff going. All right, for now, don't sign off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.